Welcome back, fight fans. Where do we even start with this one? Navarrete and Valdez, two warriors who know each other all too well, are set to run it back. Their first clash was an all-out war, but this rematch feels different. Has anything really changed? Can we expect a different result this time? The answer might surprise you. Let's break it down. Emmanuel Navarrete, 38, 2-1, 31 KOs, has been a force of nature in boxing. His journey to world title glory began in December 2018 when he stunned Isaac Dogbo to claim the WBO junior featherweight crown. He didn't just win, he owned it, defending the belt 5 times before stepping up to featherweight, where he conquered Ruben Villa to become a 2-division champion. After 3 successful defenses at 126 pounds, Navarrete moved up again, this time to junior lightweight, stopping Liam Wilson in 9 rounds to secure the WBO strap. His reign at 130 pounds has been solid, with 2 title defenses, including a gritty decision victory over Valdez in their first meeting back in August 2023. However, his attempt to join the elite ranks of Mexican 4-division champions hit a roadblock in May, when he dropped a decision to Dennis Berincic in a bid for the WBO lightweight title. Despite the setback, Navarrete is determined to bounce back. The fans will see the same Vaquero as always, Navarrete promised. We're working hard to bring back the aggressiveness that defines me and give the fans the kind of fight they want on December 7th. I still have big goals in boxing, unifying titles and possibly moving back up to 135 pounds. And on the other side, we have Oscar Valdez, 32, 24 knockouts, a fighter who's carried the weight of Mexico's boxing legacy with pride. A 2-time Olympian in 2008 and 2012, Valdez's pro career took off in 2016 when he captured the WBO featherweight title by stopping Matias Rueda. 6 defenses later, he moved to junior lightweight and delivered a career-defining performance, brutally knocking out Miguel Berchelt in February 2021 to claim the WBC title. But Valdez's road hasn't been without its bumps. After a tough win over Robson Canseco, he suffered his first professional loss to Shakur Stevenson in an April 2022 unification bout. Since then, Valdez has been rebuilding, earning a decision win over Adam Lopez in May 2023 before falling to Navarrete. Most recently, he claimed the interim WBO junior lightweight title with a dominant 7th-round TKO of Liam Wilson in March. I'm thrilled to be fighting for the WBO world title against a great fighter like Vaquero Navarrete, Valdez said. Losing the first fight was tough, but it made me more focused. We've studied the mistakes we made and worked hard to fix them. I'm confident this time will be different, and I'll be leaving the ring victorious. Since their first showdown, the narrative for both fighters has shifted. Navarrete, once seemingly unstoppable, hit a rough patch with his loss to Berincic. Meanwhile, Valdez has been rebuilding momentum, his confidence growing with every step. After that first clash against Emmanuel Navarrete, we saw Valdez's resilience shine when he overcame Liam Wilson. That fight was a nail-biter through the first 4 rounds, where you could argue either fighter had the edge. But by the 5th and 6th rounds, Valdez began to tip the scales in his favor. In the second round, Valdez showed a glimpse of his signature aggression, landing a massive left hand early and later countering Wilson with a sharp right that left the Aussie with a bloodied nose. The momentum carried into the 5th, where Valdez started landing cleaner shots, setting the stage for a dominant 6th round. A brutal right uppercut and a slick counter left hook from Valdez left Wilson scrambling to stay in the fight. But it was the 7th round that sealed the deal. A monstrous hook from Valdez sent Wilson stumbling, and the Mexican didn't waste a second piling on the pressure. Wilson hung on valiantly, but another big hook rocked him hard, forcing the referee to call it. Despite Wilson mouthing off that the stoppage was BS, there were no complaints later. The Australian showed immense heart but admitted he still had lessons to learn. Valdez, ever the sportsman, offered words of encouragement to Wilson, saying, "Don't give up. I lost. It doesn't mean you're lost in the sport." He even admitted Wilson had him in trouble a few times during the fight. Wilson, for his part, vowed to bounce back, promising his fans he'd return stronger. But the road for Valdez hasn't been smooth either. After his crushing loss to Shakur Stevenson in April 2022, things went from bad to worse. Not only did Stevenson school him with precision and skill, but Valdez suffered freak injuries afterwards, breaking ribs twice, once from a slip on the stairs and again during his return to sparring. Those setbacks kept him out of the ring for over a year. When he finally returned, he faced Adam Lopez on the Haney Lomachenko undercard. It wasn't Valdez's flashiest performance, but the win meant the world to him. Mentally, it was a turning point. Valdez admitted that the Stevenson loss had sent him into a spiral of depression. "I was thinking, man, what am I going to do without boxing?" he confessed. It was a dark period for the fighter who's been boxing since he was just 8 years old. Over time, though, Valdez came to terms with the fact that losing is part of the game. Few fighters make it through their careers without a blemish on the record, and he wasn't going to let one bad night define him. That mental shift allowed him to regroup and set his sights on bigger challenges, like a rematch against Navarrete. With a rekindled passion for the sport and lessons learned from both victory and defeat, Valdez now stands ready to prove he still has what it takes to be a champion. Emmanuel Navarrete's path after the first fight with Valdez wasn't exactly the stuff of highlight reels. Things got off to a shaky start with a draw against Robson Canseco, a fight that showed cracks in Navarrete's usually dominant style. But the real shock came in his next bout, a split decision loss to Denis Berinchyk. This wasn't just any loss. It was a scrappy, unconventional battle inside Pachinga Arena in San Diego, where Berinchyk used his compact technique to neutralize Navarrete's trademark lunging, looping punches. Judges scored it 115 to 113 for Berinchyk, 116 to 112 for Navarrete, and 116 to 112 for Berinchyk, crowning the 36-year-old Ukrainian as the new WBO lightweight world champion. To top it off, Berinchyk shared the spotlight with his fellow countryman Alexander Usyk, who also reigned supreme that night. Berinchyk didn't overpower Navarrete with crushing blows, but his strategy was spot on. By staying inside Navarrete's wide swings and outworking him with over 100 more punches, Berinchyk managed to rack up the points needed for victory. The result placed him along lightweight royalty alongside Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Vasily Lomachenko. For Navarrete, the loss was a tough pill to swallow. Am I happy with the result? Absolutely not, he admitted post-fight. But the ever-resilient Mexican saw it as a learning opportunity, vowing to adapt and come back stronger. "I knew moving up to this division would be difficult, and it was," he added, showing the grit that we've come to expect from Vaquero. While the fight may not have been Navarrete's finest moment, it highlighted the challenges of moving up a division and facing a more compact, technically sound opponent. As Navarrete continues to adjust and sharpen his game, the question remains, will he be able to reclaim his place at the top, or has the lightweight division become too steep a hill to climb? We'll get our answers soon enough. For Valdez, this fight is all about redemption, a chance to rewrite his story and prove he's still a force to be reckoned with. As for Navarrete, it's like hitting the reset button. A win here gives him the opportunity to wipe the slate clean and make up for the shortcomings of what happened after their first encounter. So, the question remains, can Valdez flip the script in this match? Or will Navarrete once again prove why he's one of Mexico's most formidable champions? Let us know your thoughts. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, fight fans,